Today's topic is types of movements in plants to show control and coordination. There are basically two types of movements. One is tropism. This is also known as tropic movement, and nasties, which is also known as nastic movement. What is the difference between both? First of all, to understand the difference, you must know what is tropic or tropism, or what is nasties or nastic movement. What is tropism? It is a movement of a plant part towards or away from the stimulus. Tropism is a movement of plant parts towards or away from stimulus. And what are stimulus? We have discussed about the stimulus and its types in previous video. So tropism is movement of plant parts either towards or away from stimulus. Accordingly, tropism can be of two types: positive tropic movements and negative. And nasties is just response of a plant to stimulus. Nasties is movement of a plant parts in response to any stimulus. So they are not positive or negative. Only tropic movements can be positive or negative. Why are nasties cannot be positive or negative? Because any movement becomes positive or negative if it tells us the direction of stimulus. Like, let us take an example of sunflower. What does sunflower do? Sunflower gives response to the light. Means when sunflower receives a stimulus, it receives a stimulus of light from the sun. Then what does it do? It bends towards the sun. So this bending of the sunflower towards the sun is an example of positive phototropic movement. Why is it positive? Because where is stimulus coming from? Stimulus, what is stimulus here? Stimulus is light, sunlight. And where is it coming from? In which direction does it come? Sunflower moves towards the same direction. Where is the sun? If sun will be towards right, sunflower will move towards right. If it will be towards left, sunflower will move towards left. So it moves towards the stimulus. It moves towards the light. That is why it becomes positive phototropic movement. And roots, what do roots do? Roots grow under the ground. Means under the ground where there is no sun, there is no light, so they grow downward. So roots are an example of negative phototropic movement. So tropic movements can be positive or negative on what? On the basis of whether a plant part moves towards the stimulus or it moves away from the stimulus. Like here, roots, they move away from the light, and stem, it moves towards the light. So stem is positive phototropic and roots are negative. But in nasties, direction of stimulus is not known. Like, let us take an example of moonflower. What is moonflower? It opens, it remains closed throughout the day, but this moonflower opens its petals only in night, only during evening. So in evening, when there is no light or only moonlight is there, in dim light, it blooms. It only blooms. It opens its petal. From the opening petals, we cannot get to know where is light coming from or where is darkness coming from. So it doesn't tell any direction of the stimulus. That is why nasties movements are non-directional movement. That is the reason we cannot know the direction of stimulus. So they cannot be positive or negative. They are only non-directional movement. We cannot understand the direction from which stimulus comes. But tropic movements are directional movement. They tell us the direction of stimulus. How? When a plant part moves towards the stimulus, we can get to know that stimulus is coming from this side. When it moves away, then also we can come to know it comes from this side. So tropism movements are directional and nasties are non-directional. Another difference is tropic movements are also known as growth movements. Means whenever any plant part moves towards or away from the stimulus, that part will also undergo growth. Like, let us take an example of sunflower. When sunflower bends towards the light, what does it do? Its stem grows in height. Its stem grows in length. So this is an example of growth movement, tropism. And when roots, they grow away from the light, they go away from the light, they also grow in length. So roots, they undergo growth, and stems also undergoes growth. That is why tropic movements are growth movements always. But Nestis movement, Nestis may or may not be growth movement. They can show growth or they can not. Here you can take an example of moonflower. When moonflower opens its petals in the evening or in the absence of light, then its petals, they grow in size also. But let us take another example of touch me not plant. We'll study in detail later. Touch me not plant, when it gets stick to the stimulus to touch, then it doesn't show any growth. So example of touch me not plant is an example of non-growth nestis, and moonflower is an example of growth nestic movement. So this was about the difference between tropism and nestis. Now let us study tropic movements in detail. Let us study about phototropism. In phototropism, what is here? Plant part, they move towards or away from light. So here we will study about positive phototropic movement with an example of sunflower. We'll take here an example of sunflower. What does sunflower do? It shows positive phototropism, positive phototropic movement. How? The question arises, how does sunflower move towards the light? Why? What happens? Suppose this is sunflower and its a stem. It has auxin, auxin, a hormone we have discussed earlier. It has auxin equally distributed inside the stem. In the absence of sun or sunlight, auxin is equally distributed inside the stem. But what happens when sun rises? When sun comes, then auxin, it is also an example of negative phototropic because it moves away from light. Now auxin, because it moves away from light, so in whole the auxin, it shifts to the opposite side from the sun. Sun is towards this side and auxin moves to opposite side. Sun is this and auxin moves to opposite side. And what is the function of auxin? We have discussed earlier. The function of auxin is to stimulate the growth of the plant. So this side of the stem grows taller than this side because towards this side it has sun and auxin moves away from sun. And now due to more growth of this side and lesser growth of this side becomes heavier, so it moves or bend towards the sun. This causes bending of the sunflower towards the sun. What causes bending of the sunflower? Auxin causes the bending of sunflower because it moves in opposite direction and causes the growth of that side of the stem. Other side remains shorter. Being longer, it bends towards the opposite side, towards the shorter side of the stem. So this was an example of phototropism. Now let us study thigmotropic movement. What are thigmotropic movements or thigmotropism? It is a movement of plant parts towards or away from stimulus. Which stimulus? Here, touch. Here we will take an example of pea plant, or you can take an example of grapevine. Pea plant, it shows positive thigmotropic movement. Pea plant has some thread-like structure. You might have observed this thread-like structure in any of the soft plants like pea plant or grapevine. These thread-like structures are known as tendrils. Now what happens? Pea plant has a weak stem which cannot stand erect. So make it stand erect, we provide it some support. That support can be in the form of stick, any rod, or we can tie a rope or thread also with the pea plant. Now as soon as these tendrils touch the support, then what happens? Tendril also has auxin. Then auxin inside the tendril moves towards the opposite direction of the touch. If this side, suppose this finger is tendril. If this side of the tendril touches the support, that stick or rope, then auxin moves to opposite side and causes more growth of this side of the tendril. Because of more growth, it twins around the support. Auxin twins around the support, and with the help of support, it climbs around the support. and helps in growth of the plant and moves the plant upward. It twins around the support. If this is a support, then with the help of tendril it twins around the entire support. So tendril, movement of tendril or pea plant is also due to the movement of the auxin. Auxin moves away from light also, and it moves away from touch as well. Next is, let us study an example of, or in detail, hydrotropic movements. What are hydrotropic movements or hydrotropism? It is a movement of plant parts towards or away from what? Water. Hydro for water. So which part of the plant moves towards the water? Roots, and stems move away from water. So we have to prove how. Let us take a bathtub or and fill it with the soil, and then keep a plant, potted plant in it. Keep a plant. Then you have to place an earthen pot containing water in it. Earthen pot which has water in it. Set this instrument somewhere in outer environment for some days, and after some days what will you observe? This root of the plant starts moving towards the water, towards the earthen pot. This shows that roots of the plant are positive hydrotropic because they move towards the water. If you will place this earthen pot towards left, then the roots will move towards left. So roots always move towards the water, and stem always moves upward because it shows negative hydrotropic movement. It moves away from water. So this was about